The habit that's wrecking your knees right now isn't walking too much. It isn't stairs. It might be something you're doing right now, sitting in that chair, thinking you're resting them. There are 5 patterns like this working against your knees every single day. Most of them don't hurt today. That's exactly what makes them dangerous, because one of them, the last one, doesn't cause pain at all. It just quietly makes your world smaller, one adjustment at a time, until one day you realize how much you've already given up without ever asking why. So before you blame your age or decide knee pain is just something you live with now, let's go through all 5. Stay to the end because I'll give you a 10-second Live Healthy Senior Knee check, and I'll come back to that first thing I said because by then, it'll mean something different to you. Habit number 1, sitting too long to rest your knees. When your knees hurt, what's the first thing you feel like doing? Sitting down, staying off your feet, giving them a rest. It sounds completely logical. But here's where it gets tricky. Too much inactivity can leave your knees stiff, and over time, less movement can contribute to weaker muscles, including the ones that support the knee itself. So the habit you're using to protect your knees may be the very habit working against you. That doesn't mean pushing through severe pain. It doesn't mean starting an intense workout tomorrow. But if you've caught yourself thinking, "My knees hurt, so I should barely move at all," it's worth asking a harder question. Has fear of movement quietly become part of the problem? For many people with arthritis, appropriate movement can actually help improve strength and function. Walking, cycling, water exercise, Tai Chi, or a plan built with a healthcare professional or physical therapist. The goal isn't forcing your knees to do more than they can handle. It's making sure your day doesn't become chair after chair after chair. Quick gut check before we move on. How many hours did you spend sitting yesterday? Really? Hold that number in your head. You'll need it in a minute. Because even people who stay active have another daily pattern quietly stressing their knees, and most never notice they're doing it. Habit number 2, repeating a movement your knees keep complaining about. The problem isn't bending your knees. They're built to move. The problem starts when you repeat a movement that consistently leaves you with more pain, more swelling, or more difficulty afterward, and you keep ignoring the pattern. Constant kneeling in the garden, repeated squatting to reach something low, the same stairs a dozen times a day, or a movement you've repeated for years without a second thought. This isn't stairs are bad. It isn't stop gardening. The real question is there one activity you keep doing that your knees consistently complain about afterward? Because the same movement that feels fine once can feel very different the 10th time. The 100th time. So don't just ask, "Does this hurt right now?" Ask, "What happens to my knees after I do this?" Every time. More sore? More swollen? Do you start limping? Do you catch yourself avoiding it the next day without even deciding to? Those patterns matter. If one activity consistently causes pain or swelling, that's worth raising with a healthcare professional. And the next habit is the one that shows up exactly when you least expect it, when your knees have felt completely fine all day, until you reach a staircase. Habit number 3, rushing on stairs when you're tired or distracted. Your knees might feel fine walking across a room, then you reach the stairs, and everything changes. Grab the railing, push up, or feel that familiar ache heading down. Here's the real question. When are you most likely to move carelessly? When you're in a hurry, when you're tired, when you're carrying something, when your mind is somewhere else entirely. That's when people change how they move without ever deciding to. They rush, stop watching their balance, skip the handrail, carry too much, move like their body is still 20 years younger. This isn't avoid stairs, it's move deliberately. Use the handrail when it's there. Don't rush while tired or carrying something heavy. Wear shoes that feel secure and stable. Protecting your independence isn't always about doing less. Sometimes it's about doing ordinary things with a little more attention. And if stairs have quietly gotten harder than they used to be, don't just accept it and move on. A real change in pain, strength, or balance is worth mentioning to a healthcare professional. Here's something most people never consider. You can move carefully, use the railing, stay active every day, and still be doing one more thing right now without any movement at all that's loading your knees harder than they need to be. Habit number 4, ignoring the extra load your knees carry. This one can feel uncomfortable to talk about, but it isn't about appearance. It isn't about blame. It's about workload, plain and simple. Every time you stand, walk, or climb, your knees help carry your body weight. So when body weight increases, your knees may carry more load with every single step, all day long. Being overweight or having obesity is a recognized risk factor for knee osteoarthritis, and extra weight can worsen existing knee or hip pain. But here's the encouraging part. You don't need to think, I have to lose 50 pounds. That thought alone is enough to make anyone give up before starting. Instead, ask, what's one realistic change I could actually maintain? Fewer sugary drinks, a smaller dinner portion, a little more appropriate movement, or a conversation with your doctor about a safe plan. This isn't punishment. It's removing unnecessary weight from a joint that's already working hard for you, every day, without complaint. And now, the final habit. Not because it damages your knees overnight, but because quietly, it can cost you the most. Habit number 5, quietly ignoring a knee problem for too long. Maybe your knee has hurt for months, but you tell yourself, it's probably just arthritis. I'm getting older. I'll deal with it if it gets worse. So you adjust. First, you skip the long walk, then the stairs. You get out of chairs more carefully. You think twice before going somewhere with too much walking, and little by little, your world gets smaller. That's the part I need you to really hear, because knee pain rarely takes your independence all at once. It happens quietly, one small adjustment at a time, one activity you quietly stop doing, one place you quietly stop going, until one day you realize you've been organizing your entire life around your knees, and you never once stopped to ask why. Knee pain has more than one possible cause. Osteoarthritis is only one of them. So if your pain is persistent, getting worse, causing a limp, or interfering with everyday life, it's worth talking to a healthcare professional. And if you have severe symptoms, significant swelling, redness, warmth around the joint, or a sudden inability to bear weight, seek medical care promptly. Because sometimes protecting your independence means doing the harder thing, not ignoring it, not quietly adjusting your whole life around it, but finding out what's actually going on while you still have every option available to you. The 10-second Live Healthy Senior Knee Check. Before you go, make this personal. Just 5 quick questions. Are you sitting for hours without getting up and moving? Remember that number from earlier? Is there one activity you repeat that consistently leaves your knees sore afterward? Do you rush on stairs when you're tired or distracted? Could extra weight be adding unnecessary stress to your knees? And be honest with yourself here. Have you been quietly ignoring a knee problem that's already changing how you walk, move, or live? If you recognized yourself in even one of these, don't panic, but do pay attention. Sometimes the first step toward protecting your mobility is simply noticing the pattern before it notices you. The one thing to remember. Remember what I said at the very start? That the habit wrecking your knees might be the one that happens while you're just sitting there? That's not a scare tactic. That's the whole point of this video. Knee pain does not automatically mean you should stop moving. For many people, appropriate movement and strengthening are an important part of managing joint health. But ignoring meaningful or persistent symptoms isn't the answer either. The goal is balance. Don't overload your knees. Don't completely abandon movement. Don't ignore changes that are affecting your everyday life. Because your knees don't just help you walk, they help you get out of bed, climb the stairs, go shopping, travel, garden, get down on the floor and back up to play with your grandchildren. This was never about trying to feel 30 again. It's about protecting the freedom you already have and giving yourself the best possible chance to keep it for years to come. If this helped you see something you hadn't noticed before, subscribe to Live Healthy Senior, because getting older was never about giving up the things you love. It's about learning how to protect your ability to keep doing them.